if you yelled things out, could I hear you too? Because you can ask me any question. We've got, before the band comes on, who are the real, who's the real attraction here. There's going to be some of that jazz music. I don't know if you like that jazz music that the kids are going crazy for these days. But yes, it's they're coming out. We're going to play some of that jazz. But so they're coming out at 8, a little after 8. So I've got just a little bit of time with you for me to see you and hear from you. Does anybody have a question for me, for instance, that I could hear?
Favorite song?
On my daughter's wedding day, there's no request that I can decline or anything. Yes, you have a question? Did somebody? Did I what? This is a good question. When I think about Jell-O, what color is it? Hey, that's a good question. Wow. It really in kind of portal into entry into my subconscious and maybe the greater dreamy thought of the room. Well, the answer is green off the top of my head, and of course red. And there's yellow, but I do like, I'm sorry not to pick one, but off the top of my head I would pick green lime Jell-O and raspberry Jell-O. And I imagine there are peaches, plain peaches floating inside.
Oh my gosh, he's so amazing.
Is that correct, or does that tell you anything?
Wow.
You don't know? It is. I actually remembered my dream last night. Do you dream, and do you remember your dream?
Yeah.
You do? Does anybody want to report a dream? Because I can tell you a little bit about my dream last night.
Tell us.
You want to hear something? Well,
whoops, where'd he go?
By the way, where are all the people I know? For instance, Andrew and Ryan, where are you? Andrew and Ryan, are you seated already? No. Anybody I know seated already? No. I've got a list of people I know who are coming. Where is he, by the way? Here's my book. Wait a minute.
Oh my God, he's fantastic.
I'll tell you, I shouldn't call the roll yet because it's toward the end of the, when everybody's in, I should see if anybody's here I know. But my dream last night had to do with, I was back in the house that I grew up in Pittsburgh. Yeah. What, Pittsburgh? You have some connection to Pittsburgh? You do? Hi. Yeah. I like that, Pittsburgh, and I do dream about it, not infrequently. And last night I was back in that same house in West Homestead, and my parents were there, in fact, still living at this point in the dream, and so was my brother, 5 years older, my brother, who's no longer with us, but he was there, and kind of naked, as I remember, and my parents he was a little ill or something, and my dad was like, to make sure you keep drinking water or something, you're looking a little yellow or something like that. That was in the dream, and then I was organizing my clothing, and my sister Pam was saying, I'm saying, what should I get rid of? And I had a few pair of like python printed pants that I tried on. They were stiff and too long. I said, I've never gotten rid of anything that I've regretted. And she said, okay, well, so I was organizing my clothes, and then I was part of kind of a cult. And there were pieces of paper with some mysterious things written on them, big pieces of paper that I had under the bed, if that may mean anything. And then some people came to get us, and I didn't go. Anyway, that's the dream. It means nothing.
Woo! Woo!
That's true, but I'm not making it up. Obviously, it doesn't have any. I don't know if it's punchy, but what the heck is going on? They're trying to sabotage me. So anyway, there's my dream life. How about this place? Is this anybody's first time here?
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I have a little bit of a history here. Here's where my history here.
Wow.
Only very minimal. I was told today, I was reminded that this movie, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, that I had a little part in, had its premiere here. I had forgotten that, so I think now a few years ago, I must have been introduced with some of the other cast members. We must have, along with the director, maybe. We must have done that, and then they showed the movie. I'd already seen it, so I don't think I stayed to watch it. We were here for that. How about that? And then somebody said, just a rumor, that this next movie that I'm in called Jurassic World Dominion may have its
Woo!
that I'm going to come to and watch all the way through. I've seen it. I'm crazy about it. It may have its premiere here. So I may be coming back for that. And then the only other time I've been here, I've never performed so-called here, but my son, I got 2 kids, as I told you, 7 and 5. And River, who was then 3, the youngest one, and I came, just ourselves, we sat about there, I think, and they performed Rites of Spring. It must have been around the same time of year as this, and we saw them perform Rites of Spring along with a lot of modern dancers who came up, and he was in rapture. He stayed for the whole 2 hours and kind of sat there afterwards. I thought it was impressive, you know.
Oh, wow.
Rites of Spring at all?
Very good. The concert hasn't started yet. He's just playing. This is amazing. This is... Wow.
That's our show, drive safely. Look at this. I'm so glad that we're here. Aren't you? Thank you for taking the time. I know. Thank you so much. I know you put in the effort to be here and the investment. I thank you. I'm really grateful for it. Thank you so much. We've been thinking about this for a while. We've known we were going to play here for a while. I've been looking forward to it. Anyway, I'm smack dab in the middle of this publicity campaign for the next Jurassic movie. We've already done a bunch of things. Thank you. I just came back from CinemaCon, you know, in Las Vegas. They had that thing, and Universal's, a lot of Universal actors were in that. That was fun. But anyway, hey, let's play a game. If I can hear you well enough, let's play a little game. Do you know the movie game? You ever play the movie game? Here's how it goes. Somebody yell out the name of a movie, the title of a movie, or the name of an actor or actress, or female actor, I mean, and then, and it goes like that. So you start, and I'll show you how it goes.
Okay.
Wait, what was that? That was the first one, what? Jack Lemmon. So now, Jack Lemmon, we have to think of a Jack Lemmon movie. Just name it. I think I heard The Apartment.
The Apartment, yeah.
Which I love. I'm particularly crazy about The Apartment. Do you know how that theme song goes? I love that song. Thank you so much. And who, of course, plays Miss Kubelik? Shirley MacLaine, the great Shirley MacLaine. So now we go Jack, and we go Apartment. Now we have to name another actor in that movie. We already named Shirley MacLaine. We could have said Fred McMurray, of course, or Ray Walston, couldn't we have? But let's say Shirley MacLaine. By the way, what does Fred McMurray play in that movie? What's the name of his character? See if anybody knows this. What's Fred McMurray's character name in The Apartment? Wow. Wow, that tells me something. I mean, it's a tough question. It's not, you know, it's a tough question. Anybody? Jeff Sheldrake, exactly right. I think you said it. Yeah,
Wow.
now, don't look it up on your devices. Don't hurt yourself like that. That would be sad.
believe he's doing this.
So, let's see, Shirley MacLaine. So name another Shirley MacLaine movie. I have one in mind.
Still Magnolias! Still Magnolias!
Still Magnolias?
Yes.
I never saw Still Magnolias. I do love being there. Gee, I love being there. Does anybody like being there? Well, I like it. Who directed that movie? Al Ashby, exactly right. Name another movie that he's directed. Harold Mott, exactly. Bud Cort is in Harold Mott, and Bud Cort I've met through 2 directors. What directors do he and I intersect? Robert Altman, exactly right. Right after Brewster McCloud, he did Nashville in 1973-74. And there's another director that may be a little less familiar to you of our intersection with Bud Cort. Come on.
Wow.
Exactly, Wes Anderson.
Wes Anderson,
He and I
oh my God.
both appeared in Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou.
Woo!
Oh, I love that Wes Anderson. I'm glad you do too.
Woo!
I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. I feel I know you very well now, and we're in an intimate situation. So maybe I can hint to you that, and I think it's been somewhat reported, I have a little sprig of a part that might be interesting and fun in his next movie. But I don't think I'm telling tales. I don't think he would mind, or anybody would mind that I'm telling tales. I think that's been reported. Yeah, who else is in that movie, do you know? Bill Murray, yes, he's in that movie. That's correct. And also
Owen
Jason
Wilson.
Schwartzman.
Owen Wilson.
And Scarlett Johansson. Yes. All right, where are we? We started this, I'm just now digressing. Where were we in the movie game? The movie game is meant to be a social and conversational lubricant, and it's done its work already. It's quite viscous, I find. So where are we in the movie game? Any of those people to whom I just referred.
Bill Murray.
Take our next cue from.
Bill Murray.
Who?
Bill Murray.
Jason Schwartzman. Jason Schwartzman takes us to
Rushmore.
Rushmore, which I love very much. Rushmore takes us to
Bill Murray.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bill Murray. Bill Murray takes us to What About Bob? I love very much.
Woo!
That makes me laugh like crazy. So who else was in What About Bob? Yes, exactly. So Richard Dreyfuss was in What About Bob. Wait a minute. In What About Bob? Also, who else was? Oh, I know. Who was in What About Bob? Oh, Julie Haggerty. Julie Haggerty, of course, is Richard Dreyfuss's wife in that. And one of his daughters was on Law and Order Criminal Intent, which I also intersected with. Who was that?
Whoops.
And Saffron Burrows.
Oh, Saffron Burrows.
With both of them, we never failed to solve the case. Every single week. It took 1 week, we solved every case. Oh, wait a minute. So Julie Haggerty, by the way, what movie did I do with her? This is obscure. It's maybe obscure. What? Say it again. Beyond Therapy is exactly right. Exactly right. Who else was in that?
Oops, sorry.
Chris Guest, of course. And by the way, CinemaCon just recently, just free associating, you're making me think of Chris Guest. You know who was in CinemaCon? Who I spent some time with? Jamie Lee Curtis.
Wow.
Jamie Lee Curtis. She was talking about that next movie that's coming out, the Halloween movie. That's the epic conclusion. Yes, to her odyssey on that. It was fun to see her. We were talking about all manner of Janet Leigh stories and Psycho and all manner of things and Touch of Evil. So, wait a minute. So Chris Guest was also in that. But it brings us to Robert Altman, who did Beyond Therapy. What else did he direct?
Oh, God.
Asheville, exactly right. That takes us to Jeff Goldblum. Okay, Jeff.
Oh, God.
Now, I'm not allowed to refer to reference a Jeff Goldblum movie. It must be you.
Oh, gosh. He's got some strong perfume.
I heard The Fly. I heard Independence Day. Let's say The Fly. So that brings us to E. There. Oh, thank you very much. Where did we film that, by the way?
Oops.
Oh, we should have said
No, you don't know where we filmed it? Toronto? Yes. And where's my wife originally from? What? Toronto. My mind is not so labyrinthian. Although, speaking of which, we showed our kids Pan's Labyrinth recently. Was that a mistake? It's a very dark and frightening movie, for heaven's sakes, but they loved it. They now have an obsession with seeing every horror movie, what they think are horror movies. They're 5 and 7. And I've said, no, I don't know about that. Although I think I'll take them to the movie theaters and show them Jurassic World Dominion. It's the first movie they will have seen in a movie theater. I think it is accomplished already. What we're here to set out to do, it's our deep love being expressed to each other. I thought music would be the conduit, but it's already accomplished. I see. All we had to do was chat for a little bit. Yes, my time. What's my favorite one? Movie? My favorite movie? Not that I've necessarily been in, but my favorite movie, period? Oh my golly. Very difficult question, because I'm as changeable as a chameleon. Today? Well, Emily and I are now watching bits of, before we go to bed, this Bertolucci movie from 1970 called The Conformist. Does anybody know The Conformist? Do, really? With Jean-Louis Trintignant in it. It's kind of brilliant, I think. I've seen it again. And you know who sees that before he makes any movie, he says, is Paul Schrader. Do you know Paul Schrader? What did I do with Paul Schrader? Interesting. It's obscure. You needn't feel, there's no shame in this. But I am trying to educate you about my oeuvre while we're here. If you leave with nothing else, it's no, we did a movie called Adam Resurrected. Willem Dafoe was in that. I've done a few movies with the great Willem Dafoe. Hey, which brings us to, did you see The Lighthouse? With that Robert Eggers directed with Robert Pattinson, and then The Witch before it with Anya Taylor-Joy. I love those movies. And so, Emily and I went the other day to the premiere of The Northman. You've seen it? Has anybody seen it? I thought it was great. I loved it. I had a great time. Wow. And to see that in the movie theater was loud and big and impressive. It was great. It was great. So, how did I get there? We were talking about Robert Eggers. Willem Dafoe. Why didn't you remind me? I had to drop mental breadcrumbs on my own and pick them up. Willem Dafoe, and of course Robert Pattinson. Guess what movie we just saw the other night?
Batman.
We saw Batman.
Where is he?
Yes, we did. Wow. How about that Paul Dano? Wow. How about that Colin Farrell? I heard about his transformation, but I didn't recognize him when I saw the movie. Wow. That was something, the Penguin. I like that. Well, in any case, any questions for me?
Oh my
yes,
God.
yes, sir. What's that? Well, I'll get you in a second. What's that?
Oh my God!
Something at your wedding.
Officiate.
It's either A, officiate, B, sing, C, attend. What is it? All of the above. Yes, I will. Where's it going to be? Hey, you know what's happened at some of our shows sometimes? People, they conspire with me, nobody's done it yet, but if you want to pop the question to your significant other and their proposed marriage, now's the time to do it. If anybody's interested in that. What do you think? You look like a young, handsome Gore Vidal or Charlton Heston. I'm very good at that game. I know you're nonplussed and unimpressed, but I'm telling you, I'm good. For those who can see in your vicinity, I think I'm not incorrect. All right. In any case, enough of this nonsense. I'll bet the Milton Snisson Orchestra. Now tell me about you. Now wait a minute. Okay, yes sir. One question, yes, make it good. Your wife is me. If now that we've met, he's allowing you. I see. Well, I've got to check with, of course, my wife, who I think is here, by the way. Where is Emily Goldblum? Is she here? Here's Emily Goldblum. Where? Where's Emily Goldblum? There's Ed Begley Jr. and Rochelle.
Oh my God.
I love her so much. The great Ed Begley Jr. The great Ed. For all of these many decades. Wow, thank you for coming, Ed. Thank Thank you. And so well, is that Keith Addis? No, that's Keith Addis. There's Gary Seal. Hello. I like this challenge of only seeing people's eyes and being able to. Aren't we remarkable? Isn't the brain a remarkable thing? Isn't it something that out of all the people on the planet, when you can see the whole face, you can pick out your sister anywhere, or certain people. We have faces that are composites of each other, of course, but they're unique, and we have the ability to recognize each other. That's something that is interesting when you pinpoint it and think about it for a second. Don't you think so? And even mask involved. I think, I can tell her. Well, where's Emily? Where's Emily? Where are you, Emily? Emily. There's Emily Goldblum. What? She's standing up. She's taking a bow. Look at that. Isn't her skin beautiful? You can see. I call her Porcelana. Princess Porcelana.
Can't find her.
And you're sitting with, is that, hi, Corey? Is that Corey? Hello, Corey. I'm so glad. Now I can take roll because most of you might be here. Oh, wait a minute. So Emily Goldblum, Ed Begler, I got them. Richard Curtis and Charlie Curtis. Now, where are you? Are you here yet by any chance? Or do you plan to come in late? I'm so happy to see you. I'm so happy. The great Richard Curtis and Charlie Curtis. Richard Curtis, speaking of movies, you've been privy to all this movie free association. Richard, what movie did Richard Curtis and I do? Who knows?
Uh-oh.
It's my fault entirely. Richard, don't blame yourself for this. What, any ideas? What? What did she say? I forgot my mantra. No, not that movie. No, we did a movie called The Tall Guy. Are you familiar with The Tall Guy? There we go. Well, look it up. I envy you. You have something to look forward to. Because it's Emma Thompson's first movie, in which she was brilliant. It was his first screenplay that got produced, I believe. He since went on to write Notting Hill and Four Weddings and a Funeral, and has directed many beautiful things. Love Actually, and spectacular. And Yesterday is spectacular, Charlie. And he's the founder of Red Nose Day. Are you familiar with Red Nose Day?
Yeah.
They've raised how much money for needy children all over the world? How much money at this point? A couple of $1 billion. Richard Curtis. I'm so glad to see you, Richard. Thank you for coming. Thank you guys for coming. How's everything? Are you don't have to do this publicly, but I hope we see each other before you go. So we have much to catch up on. I'll see you after the show, perhaps. Thank you so much for coming. So who else is here?
Wow.
I got that from the paper, of course. Rebecca Halpern and Hal Rudnick. Where are you guys? Where's Rebecca? We have movie nights where we screen movies. They came over to our house and saw. What Danny Kaye movie did we see? The Court Jester. Do you know the movie The Court Jester? That was good. I've never seen it before. Yeah. We also saw The Wiz, directed by Sidney Lumet. That was great. Very, very good. Thank you for coming, Rebecca. Ashley, our guitarist John Story, whom you'll see perform. I'll tell you about all our band members who are great. He's getting married soon, speaking of which. And Ashley, his fiancée. Where are you, Ashley? Is Ashley here? Where's Ashley? I think. Ashley? No, she's probably backstage still pumping up Sweet John.
Oh.
Pumping up.
Okay.
That's all I said. Veronica Swift. Where's Veronica Swift? The great singer, Veronica Swift. You're here tonight. There's the premier and most wonderful jazz artist, singer, Veronica Swift. Are you not here yet? Oh, you should remember Veronica Swift, and I wanted to say hello to her. Also, Cat Lively. Cat Lively? No? Okay, see me after and we'll What? I can't wait. All right, thank you.
Hey, Jeff.
Welcome here. Yes, sir.
Hey, Jeff. You want to get this thing started?
Can we start? Yeah, is that Randy or Chris? Who is that?
This is Chris.
Hi, Chris. He's the stage manager, so-called. We just met tonight.
Yeah,
we have
so
a wonderful... I mean, come on. We're very lucky to play this place. Look at this place. It's very... Have you seen it? Have you ever seen it before? Yeah. I was only here on one occasion, but this is... who Frank Geary, of course, did it, and his wife and his daughter, made sure it came to be. And then when it was first done, he wanted it done in concrete, the outside. But they did it in this metal thing, and then it was too shiny at first. Find out if you read about it. And the neighbors complained, and then so they brushed it down. And it's an interesting place, and the most wonderful things happen here. So we're very honored and humbled to be here, of course.
So,
that's the story. Yeah, let's start. Yes, the answer is yes. Let's start.
Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna roll this pre-concert announcement. You just sit tight, and then we'll set the band up.
What? What are you doing?
We're gonna roll a little announcement. Just give me a second.
You're gonna roll announcements?
What's this? Walt Disney concert.
This isn't like a school
As a courtesy
assembly.
to the musicians and Colorado Washington, please silence and secure all cell phones and electronic devices. Recording and photography are not allowed during the performance. Please take a moment to look around and take note of your nearest emergency exit. And we ask that you ensure your mask is securely in place during the concert. Thank you, and enjoy the performance.
Thank you. This is a performance so not controlled already. It's a clue. It's a key. So, gee, the lights go down. This is like when I was in the Pittsburgh Playhouse when I was a kid. They took us to see children's theater, and they would say to the kids, "The lights are coming down, the curtains going up. Everybody, shh, be quiet." That's what they said to us there. And Bimbo Q Clown used to do an announcement like that. He used to be on the front of the stage in order to get the kids. It was really for kids. I remember that distinctly. It's when I first got the idea to be an actor, as a matter of fact. Well, here I am on the stage. I knew none of this was going to happen. The lights have gone down. I'm in a spotlight of some kind. I suppose this is John's story. Why do you have this is a great guitar player and great human being. John's story. What's this? Oh, so I didn't tell you. John Mastro, who's our kind of band, so-called manager and friend and godfather, he composes and these sheets of paper. I've had no prior exposure to them. I don't know what's on that right now. I think it's going to be something for me to read, or it's going to cue me into something. I don't know what it is. So I've had no exposure to it. True or false? Applause for true. Applause for false. More people disbelieve that than believe it. Can you tell already that I'm quite the extemporizer? Well, all right. No, the truth is, no, you're wrong. The truth is I've never. So this is, and by the way, I guess you're wearing those mouse ears because this has something to do with Disney.
Something, I guess.
Yeah, well, this is the Disney Hall. Hey, and I've got that show, The World According to Jeff Goldblum on Disney. Shooting my own horn, but there you go. I'd be remiss if I didn't say it. Anyway, this says this. I'm just going to cold read this. As I'm sure I've already said, this is our first show at Walt Disney Hall. I don't know if I've said that. And we're thrilled to be here. That's true. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, thank you. It says here, the show will be a little different. I didn't know this. From our usual show, in that there are certain contractual requirements that must be fulfilled if the band wants to get paid.
They've got ears on.
Sounds like a joke. I have nothing to do with it. I don't know what he's talking about. There's one more paragraph that says this. Most of the requirements won't even be noticed, as we've tried to ensure that all contractual stipulations are adhered to in a seamless fashion. We're nothing if not seamless. I have no idea why I just read that. I have no idea what this means. I don't know what it refers to. You got... I'm not pretending, but I did not expect that anybody to be wearing mouse ears. I didn't see those mouse ears backstage. I guess that's the joke, that they're wearing mouse ears.
All right, here we go.